It's 4 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're at work when your car makes a sound it's never made before, a grinding, mechanical scream that means something expensive just broke. You pull into a repair shop, hands shaking slightly, and the mechanic delivers the news. $500, maybe $600 with labor. Your stomach drops. You open your banking app. $340 in checking, $89 in savings. You're not broke, exactly, but you're about to be. You start running calculations in your head. Rent is due in 9 days. You need groceries. There's that utility bill you've been putting off. Your chest tightens. You can't think about anything except this one problem that's now colonizing your entire mental space. You'll have to put it on the credit card, again. You'll figure it out later. You always do. This is what poverty brain feels like, even if you're not technically poor. Here's what most people don't tell you about money. There's a specific number where everything changes. Not $1 million, not even $50,000. It's $5,000. $5,000 is the exact psychological turning point where your brain stops operating in survival mode and shifts into stability mode. This isn't motivational speaking, it's neuroscience. When you have nothing in the bank, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning and rational decision-making, gets hijacked by your amygdala screaming about immediate threats. You're literally thinking with a different part of your brain. But $5,000? That's the shield that changes everything. Let me show you what I mean. Pull up a list of common life emergencies and their costs. Car repair, $300 to $800. Medical copay or urgent care visit, $100 to $500. Emergency dental work, $200 to $600. Appliance replacement, fridge, washer, $400 to $800. Last-minute plane ticket for a family emergency, $300 to $700. Vet emergency, $200 to $1,000. Phone or laptop replacement, $200 to $600. Notice something? Almost every common emergency that sends people into financial panic falls between $200 and $1,000. The vast majority cluster around $500. $5,000 covers 90% of these emergencies with room to spare. It's not about having enough to quit your job or buy a house. It's about having enough to handle the curveballs life throws at you on a random Tuesday without your entire world collapsing. When you have $5,000 in the bank, a $500 car repair becomes an annoying inconvenience, not an existential crisis. Your brain knows this, and it changes how you move through the world. Let me make this concrete. Say you can save $250 a month. That's about $58 a week. Maybe it's one less dinner out. Maybe it's a side project that brings in extra cash. Maybe it's the money you were spending on a streaming service you barely use. $250 a month for 20 months gets you to $5,000. 20 months, less than 2 years. That's it. Can't do $250? Try $200. That's 25 months. Still just over 2 years. Can you swing $300? You're there in 17 months, less than a year and a half. The point isn't the exact timeline. The point is that this number is achievable. It's not a fantasy goal that requires winning the lottery or getting a massive raise. It's a grind, yes, but it's a grind with a finish line you can actually see. Let me paint you a picture of what life looks like before you hit this threshold. You wake up with a low-grade anxiety that never quite goes away. You check your bank account multiple times a day, not because you're monitoring your budget, but because you're terrified of what you might find. Every unexpected expense, a parking ticket, a prescription, a friend's birthday dinner, sends you spiraling. You say no to opportunities because you can't afford the upfront cost, even when they'd pay off later. You stay in jobs you hate because the risk of transition feels too dangerous. Your stress hormone cortisol is chronically elevated. You're not sleeping well. You're irritable with people you love. You make impulsive decisions because your brain is stuck in short-term survival mode. You can't think past next week, much less next year. You're also spending money in weird ways. You buy the cheaper thing that breaks quickly instead of the durable thing that costs more upfront. You pay fees and interest on everything because you're always a few days late or a few dollars short. Poverty is expensive. Instability is expensive. And here's the cruelest part. When you're in this state, people give you advice that only works if you're not in this state. Just invest, build your skills, network. All of that requires mental bandwidth and a sense of security you simply don't have. Now, imagine the other side. You wake up and you don't immediately check your bank account in fear. You see an email about an unexpected expense and you think, that's annoying, not, that's catastrophic. When your car makes a weird noise, you take it to the mechanic without the panic spiral. You're not rich, you still have to work, you still have a budget, but you have breathing room. And here's what happens with that breathing room. Your brain comes back online. Suddenly, you can think past next week. You start seeing opportunities you were blind to before. That certification program that costs $400 upfront but could increase your income, you can consider it. That networking event that requires a $50 ticket and a new outfit, you can go. That side business idea you've been sitting on, you can invest a small amount to test it. You make better decisions because you're not in crisis mode anymore. You sleep better. You're more patient with your kids, your partner, yourself. You stop making expensive mistakes born from desperation. The $5,000 doesn't solve all your problems, but it solves the kind of problems that prevent you from solving your other problems. Here's the reframe that changes everything. $5,000 isn't a pile of cash sitting in your savings account. It's evidence that you've become a different kind of person. You're the kind of person who can delay gratification for 20 months. You're the kind of person who can hold a boundary with yourself when it's easier to break it. You're the kind of person who doesn't fall apart when life gets hard. That confidence seeps into everything. You carry yourself differently. You negotiate differently. You make decisions differently. Because you've proven to yourself that you can handle life without panic. If you're at zero today, you don't need to feel ashamed. You need to start. $50 this month is better than zero. $100 is better than $50. The amount matters less than the momentum. Open a separate savings account today, one you don't touch except for genuine emergencies. Set up an automatic transfer, even if it's small. Name it something that reminds you what it's for. I can handle this, or my shield, or just $5K. Then watch what happens. Not just to your bank account, to your nervous system, to your decision-making, to the way you move through the world. 20 months from now, you won't just have $5,000. You'll have become the kind of person who can handle life without panic. And that changes everything.